Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 12th of June, 2 days officially till the transfer window opens, but it just feels like everything's getting started somewhat now, doesn't it? There were Ornstein bombs, there were all sorts going off, even late last night, and we might as well start there because on Tuesday night, very late from David Ornstein, it was confirmed that Manchester United had made their decision. Erik ten Hag will stay as Manchester United manager. That's despite the fact we know about the talks with Tuchel, United doing their season review. There's all those questions in there. They finished eighth. The amount of chances they gave up, shots on target was well mentioned last season. But it looks like maybe, just maybe, the FA Cup, or maybe, just maybe, United's financial issues, as reported, have saved Erik ten Hag. So they will step into the transfer window, continuing with the Dutch manager. So that was the big story. There was plenty of others, though. Benjamin Sesko has decided to extend his contract, hasn't he, with Red Bull Leipzig, which put pay to the hopes of the likes of Chelsea, United and Arsenal. And the Telegraph, Matt Law, had yesterday that Chelsea have now turned their attentions to someone else on their shortlist, Juan Duran, the Aston Villa 20-year-old striker, the young Colombian, who did get a few goals, didn't play the most amount of minutes, but the raw potential maybe that Chelsea are looking at there. So they'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. Chelsea apparently as well are aware, according to Sky Germany, that if Bayern Munich do not secure their top target in Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen, that Colwell is next on the list. So we'll see if anything comes to fruition on that one. Although the Standard does say that he's settled, which is fully fair to believe. And if Colwell is going to leave Stamford Bridge, there'll be a number of suitors and it will take top dollar. And that's maybe an interesting one in spite of Chelsea's FFP, PSR known issues. Speaking of clubs with PSR, FFP issues, I mean, this one seems to be the strangest deal in one way, but reflects where we are in the market. That Aston Villa, according to many sources, had it throughout the day and throughout the last few days. I don't think people believed it, but they're in advanced talks for a swap deal with Juventus, which would involve Douglas Luiz going to Juventus, a bit of money, and two players in the form of Weston McKennie. Yeah, that USA international was on loan at Leeds. That's the one. A lot of question marks around him. And Samuel Ilang, I think it's Ilang Julia pronounced, probably getting his name wrong there, but young England under-21 left winger. So two Juventus players and money coming for Douglas Luiz. If you look at all the stats, if you look at the players, Luiz is far superior. But to get two in, cash on the books and help will probably satisfy their FFP PSR issues for Villa. That just shows where we are. And it maybe shows where we are that their owner is now talking about how those rules are unfair and further action against the Premier League that is spread over various outlets. It just kind of feels like it's getting started a bit now, doesn't it, all of a sudden? Things that might not be getting started. Joshua Zirkzee to AC Milan look nail on, but according to the Metro and a few others, Kia Jurabshin, his agent, there's a release clause there of €40 million, which Milan were negotiating, but apparently he wants €15 million worth of commission, which has thrown that into doubt. So that will be an interesting one. A few outlets also have that for Liverpool fans, Vincent Kompany wants to sign Joe Gomez from Liverpool, one of his first signings. So that's his preferred option for a defensive position. So we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, Zirkzee, United and Arsenal are going to rival quite a few clubs, but AC Milan specifically, it seems. Speaking of strikers in Serie A, but with English clubs and English relations, Tammy Abraham, a lot of people forgot he's on, not on loan, permanent at Roma, had that great season, but then injury-riddled for the last few years. West Ham, Villa and Spurs apparently are in for Tammy Abraham to bring him back. Also, we said that United, Ten Hag will be staying. They've drawn up their list, according to ESPN, of attacking options, and it includes Ivan Toney, Jonathan David at Lille. They're the two main ones that they're targeting. United very much looking to bring in a forward, a striker this summer. West Ham, well, there's defensive options galore here. Kurt Zouma, according to Team Talk, is on the transfer list. They will prepare to say, which seems bobbins, doesn't it? Because They've lost Ogbonna, the Aguerd's possibly linked. They wanted the centre half anyway. They tried for Bruno, didn't get him. And now Zuma may be up for sale. So I'm sure West Ham do want to play with some defenders. And that is the case according to The Athletic, because they've offered young Ben Johnson, I say young 24 there, an improved contract. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Speaking of improved contracts, Pascal Gross at Brighton has been offered one according to The Athletics. They're looking to do that deal. And someone who won't be getting any contract is the Kieran Tierney. That move to Arsenal left backs just go through them, don't they? Zinchenko, Tierney, they will write them off in a heartbeat, but they're prepared to let him go with an offer in the region of apparently 15 million, enough to secure his services, according to Football Insider. So yeah, there's others expected to be possibly confirmed. It's a good note to finish on. Kameda at Crystal Palace could be confirmed today. Luis Guilherme at West Ham could be confirmed today or this week. So with 2 days until the transfer window opens, it looks like things are really starting to happen. And that was your EPL Index Transfer Daily on Wednesday, the 12th of June.